in the color scheme.
You did it. You did it better.
Well, Coach, you had a fun time in London. You got a cultural experience. You got some bonding, and you won a big game. Which of those three was most important to you as a coach?
The win. Yeah, the win. All the other stuff is important. Anytime you can build team and come together is great. But when you've lost 5 games in a row, we needed to come back with the win, and we were able to do so. So it made for a very long trip home, a little bit more enjoyable, knowing that we got a win, and hopefully we can continue to play with the same type of urgency that we did against Indiana in London.
Are you buying into the players talking about, yay, we're getting a little closer, we're getting some team bonding going?
Ask me after the game. I mean, we had that in Omaha, we had it in the preseason, and hopefully, the trip to London maybe strengthened that a little bit because they were spending a lot of time together. We had 2 really good practices over there, but that's all sounds great, but now the challenge is to go out at 3 o'clock today and play against a team that's playing pretty good basketball right now in Orlando. And all the other stuff goes to the wayside at that point. We got to go out there and play and execute and try to get another win.
You had mentioned that you thought the defense took a step in the right direction in London.
Right.
What specifically did you like about the defense in London, and where can that take you perhaps today and tomorrow and the next day?
Well, if you break down the defense against their starting group was terrific. I think their starting group is maybe 35 from the field. Obviously, Paul George, Miles Turner, we did a great job on them. And then if you look just collectively, I thought our energy, our focus, our discipline was much better than it had been. And then I also thought, just the activity in which we executed the game plan. We fought over screens. We didn't die on screens. I thought we had a much greater multiple effort as opposed to at times when we played with just a single effort mentality. So hopefully that wasn't just a one game thing. It wasn't a game, all right, we have to win this game. Hopefully it's something that can be a lot more consistent for us if we really want to make a push to try to be the 8th seed in the Western Conference.
Orlando today, they didn't have Vucevic last time, and Peyton was coming off the bench. How much different did they look when you watch them now?
Well, one thing they've done a great job of, their first quarters in the last 3 games, they're averaging 37 points. They had 42 against Utah, 36, I think, against Portland. That's going to be a big point of emphasis. Come out and win the first quarter. Don't let them get 35 points to get themselves going. You go back to our win in Orlando. Granted, Vucevic didn't play. We saved our best defense for the fourth quarter, where we really did a good job of defending at a high level. Peyton, as you mentioned, is playing at a high level. He's scoring the ball. He's rebounding, and he's playmaking. He's impacting the game in a lot of different areas. But Vucevic is a load down there. I'm not sure if Fournier's playing or not. Meeks is a guy that can get it going in a hurry. And the last guy, Gordon is playing really well. He had, I think, 18 points in the first quarter against the Clippers. We did a good job of getting him in foul trouble early in that game in Orlando when he tried to guard Gallinari. So it's going to be a tough game. This is a long road trip for them. This is game 5 of 6. But we have to come out and just be ready to go from Jump Street.
One of our Twitter followers asked us if I thought that jet lag would be any kind of an issue today. I said no. He had 2 days rest. What do you say?
I would agree with you. How many Twitter followers do you have?
How many is that?
3,496.
Who's counting? Who's counting?
Today could be a big day, Coach.
I would agree with you. I don't subscribe to the excuse of we're tired because we flew home. We had off on Saturday. We had a good practice yesterday, and we have to find a way to come out and get ourselves ready to play, and I think we will.
Coach, how essential is it? When I talked to the guys post-game, they were saying this is some of the best chemistry we've ever seen. That they proved that today, that they carried that forward into today. Did you challenge that with them?
Yeah, I think it's really important, Allie, because anybody can do it once. I mean, if you want to be a good team, if you want to be a playoff team, you have to do it consistently. And that means not just leaving it in London, bring it home and try to play that way. The offense, the chemistry on offense has not been an issue. Our offensive numbers are, ever since we made the lineup change, are unbelievable. The challenge is, can we play defense? Can we have defensive chemistry? It's great when you have 37 assists and you score 140 points, but if the ball's not going in, are you still going to play defense? Are you still going to cover for each other and give that extra effort? That's our biggest challenge. I have no concerns about us on offense. I really don't. My biggest concern is will we come out tonight and get into Vucevic, get into Elfrid Payton, Gordon, all their players, and make life difficult and not allow them to score 37 points like they have in the last 3 games.
Hey, Coach, Nicola's defense, what have you seen from him on that end of the floor this season and as of late, and where does he need to improve in that area moving forward?
You know, Nicola's a very smart player, high IQ, communicates well, understands the game plan, and therefore has pretty good game plan discipline. Obviously, we've tried to adjust some things defensively to get ourselves a little bit more aggressive instead of just sitting back and allowing teams just to run and execute whatever they want. I think the biggest area that he probably needs to improve upon is when he's guarding bigger, stronger guys in the post. Can he do his work early? Can he meet that challenge? And the last thing would be just no silly fouls. You know, he's way too important for this team and what we're trying to do to be on the bench quickly in foul trouble. We need him out there for as close to 30 minutes a night as possible.
How long do you suppose, until he is really in the real conversation for an all-star berth and those kinds of things for Jokic?
Yeah, I think I always go back. You know, you got to be a winning team. You know, if you want to be an all-star, you got to be on a team that is winning. You know, and that's no disrespect to Jokic. Even Gallo last year. Gallo had a career best year last year, but we weren't winning games. And you know, unless you're absolutely just blowing it up, and you know, unless you're winning, Chris, I don't think you're going to be in the conversation. With that being said, everybody in the NBA knows Nikola Jokic and what he brings to the table. He's probably one of the most fun players to watch in the NBA. Here you have a big guy who can run, push the ball, make great passes, and he's unselfish. I think if you asked him, would he rather get 10 points or 10 assists, he'd say 10 assists. He just wants to make the right play, and that's a breath of fresh air, obviously, for the entire league. But all he has to do is continue to get better and help this team, and all the other stuff, all the individual accolades will come along once we start winning games and become a team that can play in the playoffs.